Testing, testing, testing. Are we live? There we go. Let's see. Yes, I want to use this over here. Mute this and try typing. All right, I think we're live. So hopefully you can hear me. Welcome to this celebration of 8 years of Harp Tuesday. And definitely say hi. Let me know where you're from if you feel like it. And let me know if the audio is okay. Oh, good. I see some yeses. Excellent. And so welcome. It's been a good year of Harp Tuesdays. This year, I was just looking back at some of the things that happened. Of course, this was the year that I reached 1 million views on my channel and did that 1 million views event, which was kind of cool. And I'm modeling this event after that because I thought that worked out fairly well. And what else happened this year? Well, let's see. I was looking at all the Harp Tuesdays that got done this year, and this was also the year that I launched my my Patreon site, and which was a little scary, but it's been great, and it's been a wonderful encouragement for me in terms of producing episodes, because again, the primary purpose of Harp Tuesday is not to make a bunch of money, but it definitely takes time, and it's just provided that extra sort of boost. And as I look back here, I think about 26 or 27 episodes in the past year, which is fantastic because that's sort of what I would aim to do, one every 2 weeks. But it hasn't always happened in the past. So as I look back at some of these, and remember this is harptuesday.com, you can find a nice list just from the very front, a nice list of chronological list of all the episodes. I haven't put the most recent episode up here yet. So I think the first one of 2018 was this one, Alfonso El Sabio, which is a great piece from Kim Robertson's Celtic harp solos. So that was a lot of fun. And what were some of my other favorites as I looked through here? So these fundamental exercises, the next couple of ones I did in January, I think were quite useful. And I know that for me, I love doing these. This was the Adapting Tournier's Noel, which is a beautiful piece, first Noel number 1 from his 6 Noels, and doing sort of a real-time look at how to figure out the lever changes in this piece that was actually had quite a few lever changes, and puzzle solving, right? I love to solve puzzles, and this was a really fun episode for me, at least. And what else do we have here? Problem solving episodes, the Moldau, the Debussy Prelude. Those are kind of fun. And Skyboat Song, still have to finish that. The arrangement's basically done, but I have to do more arrangements. Do finish the final episode. I was really happy to do this episode on Lebar's Caprice, because as I mentioned, this was a song that I'd always wanted to learn and was happy to finally track down several years ago, and neat to have done that episode. So yeah, a lot of videos, and of course Slow Motion Monday as well, and various music videos. So hello everybody, I see Cherish and Annabelle and Patty and Joyce and Lovey and Alvaro. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And so the primary purpose of this event today is to announce a new video series. And this video series came about because of that 1 million views celebration event. And you'll hear about that. I've prepared a video. So this is a new video series. It's called Harpist in a Tree. And hope you enjoy.
All right, headed off to try and record a little Harpist in a Tree video.
Welcome to Harpist in a Tree, my new video series.
I'm filming music videos outside in nature to combine my love of music and my love of the outdoors. Plus, I just find the idea of being a harpist in a tree quite irresistible. The seeds of Harpist in a Tree were sown this spring as I was preparing for my 1 million views celebration. One of the pieces I was working on for that event was The Legend of Ashitaka. I was trying to film it with cherry or plum blossoms in the background, and at one point I tried climbing up a tree in my backyard. I wasn't completely happy with that filming angle, and ended up not having that video ready to go in time, but the phrase and the idea of harpist in a tree stuck with me. I'm thrilled to finally release the first 3 official Harpist in a Tree videos today, as part of my 8 years of Harp Tuesday celebration event. I have 3 videos to share with you, the last of which is The Legend of Ashitaka, that inspired this whole series. Last spring, I tried recording it in several locations.
Just finishing up a video shoot here on Mount Ptolemy. Earlier we were in Infinity Gardens. Finally had some nice weather,
but wasn't happy with any of them. Eventually, though, I decided to string together footage from all these locations, and I'm happy with the result. I have particularly vivid memories of going to a local park after dark, it was probably after 10 p.m., and filming near a blossoming tree under the moon. While this new series is called Harpist in a Tree, not all the videos will have me up a tree, but they will all feature me outdoors. This past year, as I found a passion for landscape photography, I've been reminded of how happy I am being outside and how important it is to have, preserve, and create green space for all of us. The middle video of the 3 is my arrangement of Variation 9 from Algar's Enigma Variations, the famous Nimrod variation.
Just finished a recording shoot here. Of the Algar Nimrod variation, the final piece for my 5 solos for lever harp that I haven't recorded yet, so anxious to see how it turned out.
It's harder than you might think to find time to do them. Of course, I have to be available, not teaching and performing, but I also have to have light outside, and the weather has to cooperate. As we move towards winter here in Victoria, it gets dark early, and of course we often get a lot of rain. So it pays to try and grab whatever chances I can to try and film. This video came about in a short window of time between lessons. The weather looked promising, but I didn't have a firm location scouted, just a general idea. So as I was sitting there trying to decide whether I really wanted to head out in the cold, I happened to check my email and saw that I had just gotten a new patron. Turns out that was just what I needed at that moment. It gave me a little bit of extra energy and drive to say, yes, I'm going to get out there and try and record something, even if I'm not sure that it will work out. So a shout out to my patrons, but also to anyone who posts comments or emails me. Your encouragement definitely makes a big difference and has a big effect. And as it turned out, while my original idea of a location didn't work out, another spot did, and I got something I'm quite happy with. By the way, this was my first time playing with these half gloves or hand warmers, whatever you call them, and they proved great. I did 2 takes, and my hands were feeling very warm, so I decided to do one more take with them off. And by the end of that take, my fingers were just freezing cold, so the half gloves definitely worked. And finally, here it is, the very first official Harpist in a Tree video. Of course, for this, I had to actually be up a tree. I spent the summer thinking about what to play for this first video. And then at some point, I had this brainwave, why not Vivaldi's 4 Seasons? Of course, they're instantly recognizable, great music, and I felt I could make short sections of them at least work on my small electric harp. And of course, 4 Seasons ties perfectly with my concept, my idea of what Harpist in a Tree represents. This video was again recorded during a small window of time, this time when my brother, artist Layne, was available to help me, and a shout out to Noah for his camera work on Legend of Ashitaka as well. We managed to find a nice autumn-colored tree that was climbable, and it even had a very handy upward-leading branch for me to wrap one arm around as I stood on another branch and played. So thanks for watching, and look for a harpist coming to a tree near you soon. Cheers.
Well, there we go. So that was Harpist in a Tree, and hope you enjoyed that. Definitely had a lot of fun with all of those. And I had a couple questions come up in the chat. Of course, if you have any other questions, let me know. So that last piece had some cello. That was a sampled cello, a Miroslav Philharmonic. It's a lovely, one of the early, I think, sampled orchestras. A beautiful sound, and I love the cello sound. So that was something that I just played on my MIDI keyboard, and kind of fun to add that to the mix. What else? Oh, I was talking about how in the video the Algar with my bigger lever harp, the Excalibur. I'm actually recording that now when I'm outside by putting my Zoom, my little Zoom H5, by sticking that inside the sort of the base of the harp. And I feel that helps cut down both potentially on wind sounds and also just extra noises that might happen outside that you don't want to pick up. So that's been working out fairly well. As I say, these kind of hand warmers were excellent. Yeah, it just made a big difference. I also found that having them, important to have them over, is interesting, over this part of the hand, because like this, it would get cold, but covering this somehow it just trapped in that extra heat. Questions about the small harp, my lovely little electric harp, which this is a Firefly 2 electric harp, Wickford harps. So if you search for Wickford harps, and there'll be a link to that in the description of this video if you're watching this afterwards. And in the chat, I think I just posted a link to the store. So this is somebody in Rhode Island makes these harps, super portable, and as I say, harder to get the bigger harp up a tree, but maybe we'll try one of these days. And yeah, fantastic. Let's see. What else? Oh, more questions about Miroslav Philharmonic. Ariana, I'll post the link here in a little bit. Yeah, so that was it's just a fun project. So again, I'm going to be trying to maybe, hopefully once a month, post some new episode of Harpist in a Tree. And again, maybe they won't all be up a tree, but I'll try to climb as many trees as I can. Let's see. I want to plug a few things. Connect. Here we are. So if you're not, let me get rid of my webcam for a moment. So if you're not already subscribed, subscribe on YouTube. Click the little bell icon. And also, if you've done that and you're still not getting email notifications all the time when I upload something, do a Google search for that. It's funny because YouTube doesn't necessarily, they think they know better than you in terms of what you want to get notified on. So you sometimes have to go into your settings and actually say, yes, I want to get emails from that particular channel. Subscribe to my email newsletter. I try to send that out once a month, but it doesn't always happen, so it's certainly not going to be spamming you. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram in particular. I've been posting a lot on Instagram. Of course, you can like my Harp Tuesday page and bookmark my blog. So that's a great way to just keep up to date with me. And let's see, support. There we are. If you want to support what I do, keep watching my videos. Thanks for tuning in, everyone watching this live and afterwards. And yes, just having an audience, right, is fantastic. You can buy my stuff, including the sheet music for that Autumn for the Vivaldi theme. And actually, if you're one of my patrons, you can get that for free. You can become my patron. So as I mentioned, I launched my Patreon site this year. Right now, I'm trying to push to get to 50 total patrons. I'll do another month of Harp Tuesdays where I record a video every week instead of every other week. Yeah, great, some good ways to support me. So let's bring back my webcam. There we are. And let's see, any other questions? Oh, comment that Harpist falling out of a tree wouldn't be so funny with a larger harp. Exactly. Let's keep it Harpist in a tree rather than off of a tree. Have I ever been pre-recorded in a live performance before? No, I haven't really done a lot of sort of electronic stuff as part of a live performance, but I know that's a whole nother field, whole nother genre, something potentially to explore at some point. Let's see, any other questions, suggestions on Harp Tuesdays that you'd like to see in the coming year? Anything else? I'm gonna sort of close this out with. I wanted to share one more video, not a Harpist in a Tree, but this is a performance of a live performance from Victoria, a concert in Victoria about a month ago, I guess. And it's my Fantasy on Green Sleeves, the pedal harp version. I actually filmed the lever harp version this summer. My brother and a friend brought my Excalibur about 1.5 kilometers or something through some fairly rough terrain and filmed that, but I just haven't finished editing that. Yeah, I want to share this Greensleeves performance. So let's watch this together. So yeah, Greensleeves, and again that has a special tie to Harp Tuesday because I created that arrangement on a suggestion, not specifically for Greensleeves, but a suggestion of a Harp Tuesday topic of how to create an arrangement, and so definitely have fond memories of that and Harp Tuesday. And again, I still have this Skyboat song that I worked on this year and have yet to publish the last arrangement. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for coming and watching some Harpist in a Tree. And thanks for watching throughout the year, all my various Harp Tuesday episodes and Slow Motion Monday and music videos. And again, it's been a very satisfying year for me. And I look forward to lots of new videos and some new projects as well. I have ideas of a couple new projects. And I always say I'm going to do more live streams, and then it ends up being quite a time before I do the next one. So again, this is great fun. Hopefully I'll do another one of these fairly soon. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in. Have a wonderful holiday and a fantastic new year. See you in 2019. Cheers.